Following the Supreme Court judgment on the political crisis in Rivers State between Wike and 27 lawmakers loyal to him and Fubara, governor of Rivers State, and his group, the Supreme Court ordered the Central Bank, the Allocations Committee, and the Executive Branch to stop federal allocations to the Rivers State government. This is tantamount to removing or seceding Rivers State from Nigeria, because the Constitution guarantees that all subnationals, all states, must receive their federal allocation. When a court order excludes a state from receiving the allocation, it means that the court is saying that the state doesn't belong to Nigeria. This is why PANDEF has reacted in a strong-worded statement against the judgment, calling it an invitation to war. In a statement released by their spokesman, Chika at Adiele, he said, "The attention of the Pan-Niger Delta youths under the leadership of Comrade Maubu Nangi Obu has been drawn to the shocking verdict by the Supreme Court of Nigeria ordering seizure of Rivers State allocation. The verdict is nothing short of economic sabotage against Rivers people. The apex court judgment is capable of truncating the peace and sustainable development being provided by the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Similahi Joseph Fubara. The apex Niger Delta youth's body is dismayed by the infantile antics of anti-democratic forces whose stock in trade is brewing crisis in a bid to topple the people's governor. We firmly condemn this judgment as it is against the tenet of the Constitution of Nigeria. It is an invitation for war and against equity, justice, and fair play. We equally condemn the order nullifying the local government election as reckless and vindictive. Unfortunately, the justices of the Supreme Court positioned themselves as a party to the suit rather than impartial arbiter of justice. It must be noted that the principle of democracy is surely rooted on sound constitutional pronouncement to establish justice. Therefore, any attempt by the enemies of Rivers people to seize power by judicial fiat will be resisted by the Niger Delta youths. We cannot be cowed. Neither shall we lay in surrender at the altar of political manipulations of rascals. We reiterate boldly once again that anyone, no matter how highly placed, will face fierce resistance by the majority of Rivers people. You see, many people are not reading between the lines. This judgment is very provocative. Maybe they just want to provoke people to troop out in massive numbers in the streets of Port Harcourt to try destroying things, or a serious state of anarchy. If people fall for the bait, then they will just declare a state of emergency. They will get everything they want on a platter. They will remove Fubara and they will delay that state of emergency till the 2027 elections. Yes, that's what they want, so that they can be able to install whoever they want as the governor of Rivers State and do whatever they want with the treasury of Rivers people. So people shouldn't fall for the bait. What they should do is to follow what the governor has said, that they are still studying the judgment, but nothing much has changed. So they should just continue conducting their affairs as if the judgment wasn't even made. Just ignore them. Yes, since they don't care about their reputation, they dish out whatever they want. They don't care, no matter how shocking and unprecedented it is. They just dish it out. After all, what can you do? We hold the aces. You don't have any leverage. We are the last court. We are the highest court in the land. Whatever we say is final. Because of that, they dish out whatever they want. So people should just ignore them into oblivion, so that their objective in Rivers State will never be achieved. If you fall into their trap, they will use that trap and do whatever they want. Right now, they are still gauging the situation. They are still saying, how else are we going to do this? We waited for the court. The court has given us judgment. Yes, it wasn't in doubt that they will get that judgment, because the Tinubu administration has been busy constructing mansions for judicial officers, judges, and all that. So if you have a case in court and you're busy hobnobbing, embracing, bribing the justice that will determine your case, the person you have that case with stands no chance. That's how it works. They become so shameless to the fact that you know that this man has a case that will come to the Supreme Court, but you're busy embracing, drinking, partying together in public. Who are they deceiving? Another false narrative they are spreading is that Obasanjo stopped allocations to Lagos State when he was in power and Tinubu managed it. He eventually got judgment against him, blah blah blah, but they are not actually the same thing. The reason Obasanjo blocked federal allocations to the local governments in Lagos State, not the state allocations by the way, they are two different things. He only stopped allocations to the local government areas because Tinubu created additional 37 local government areas. The reason he created these local government areas was because he has never hidden that belief that Lagos State is more populated than Kano State. So for that fact, why should Kano State have 44 local government areas while Lagos, that is much more populated, has only 20 local government areas? So based on that, he created additional 37. So Obasanjo in his own judgment said, we no longer know which local government we are sending allocations to. Since you said local government, not any other thing, then we can't send you allocations because all the local governments that we are supposed to send allocations to are listed in the constitution, and additional 37 are not listed. Before you can list them, you must pass through the National Assembly. All these were not done. And remember, before the local government allocations of Lagos State was restored by the federal government, the Lagos State government had to amend the local government creation law. They now renamed them CDAs instead of local government areas. So despite all that happened during that time, they still had to rename them so that it won't be conflicting. When you call them local government areas, they are not listed in the constitution, so it's of no effect. So that's by the side. Compare that to what is happening in Rivers State. They went to court challenging Fubara's presentation of a budget to the three-man House of Assembly, saying that it is illegal, that he's supposed to present it to the larger house. But the governor is insisting that these 27 members that are loyal to Wike, the former governor of Rivers State, are no longer house members because they've decamped. So based on that, the state government no longer recognizes them as house members. That's why they are only dealing with 3 members. But they challenged it in court. And now the Supreme Court has sided with them that he must represent that budget to the enlarged house. And if he doesn't do that, the central bank should stop sending federal allocations to Rivers State so as to prevent the governor from spending money without presenting the budget to the enlarged house. So these are different issues. One borders on constitutionality without political undertones. The second one is mostly politics because the House members already decamped. They swore to an affidavit in court. In fact, these people should be facing trial for perjury, but no one is talking about that. And INEC is supposed to conduct elections in their constituencies. All these would have solved the problem in Rivers State, but they are not taking these options because they know that they would lose out completely. If they know that they are truly popular in Rivers State, let them face the electorate. Let INEC conduct by-elections in their constituencies, and this matter will be settled once and for all. No need going to court any longer, because if they win in the new party that they decamped to, or whatever party they choose to follow this time around, no one can say that they have decamped or anything. They will just become house members who have won elections in their own right. They won't do this. After all, Wike bragged that he delivered all of them, all the house members, including the governor, all elected positions, he delivered all of them. He can't do that anymore because he's no longer the governor. They are afraid of going into any election now because they know that they will lose hands down. Even the local government elections that was cancelled, they've already fixed another date. Around May, they will conduct fresh elections. Let's see how that one will go. All these are unnecessary. The money wasted in conducting an election, who is going to pay for that? These justices, they just sit down and be dishing out orders and judgments. They don't even care the economic implications. In this time around that we have serious hardship in the country, every penny is supposed to be accounted for, invested wisely. They've conducted elections, people campaigned, and you are now telling them go and do the thing afresh again. For what purpose? Just to make sure that your own people get into power.
Presenting budget to 3 or 4 of your friends, it is a joke taken too far. Now the Supreme Court has spoken. Let us wait for him. I know my speaker is a man of procedure. He will give him time to come and present. If he doesn't, if he refuses to present the budget, the impeachment process must be served because Rivers State